Alrighty guys, the Championship is back. It's Coventry City versus Leicester City at the CBS, the M69 derby. You don't want to miss this one. I'm so keen to watch this in Australia at 11:30 p.m. It's a prime time kickoff for myself. I'll have the whole day getting ready for it. If you're going to enjoy this preview where we're looking at Leicester City's potential starting 11, what I think Coventry should do at home to beat Leicester City and get back to winning ways, and what are some of the key plays we should look for in the Leicester City lineup. We did play them at their ground, of course we did, and we drew 0-0 where it was a game of chances. We could have won, they definitely could have won, but we came away with a clean sheet, and I believe that started our clean sheet run that we had in the league. So if you're going to enjoy this video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're new. We're trying to hit 800 subscribers before the end of January. We're at 717 as of recording. Thank you so much. Without further ado, let's jump straight into the preview. And let's start off with a positive. Usually I like to take a look at the last previous game, but we'll do that in a second. Let's look at the league table. We are still first in the league. We've got 1 win, 2 losses, 2 draws in our last 5 matches, compared to Leicester City, who have 2 wins, 3 losses in their last 5 matches. So they have more losses than us, but of course they have more wins. And our most recent game was that loss against Birmingham City, 3-2 away from home. On another day, we could have won that game. We should have maybe had a penalty. It was just defensive errors again that cost us in that match, where we come away from it. You score 2 goals away from home, right? And you still lose the game. Question marks have to be put at the defense, and hopefully going into this Leicester game we can rectify that with the starting lineup, potentially maybe some new tactics that Lampard will chuck in there. But Leicester City in their last game, of course, they won 2-1 where they scored that last minute winner against West Bromwich Albion, which was Ryan Mason's last game in charge. We're sitting on 52 points, they're sitting on 37. That's 15 points difference. That's basically 5 wins in a row that they would have to make up on us, and we'd have to lose all of them. That's definitely not going to happen. We're going to finish above them this season. It just depends on whether or not we finish in the promotion spots, because we're getting dragged down so quickly without winning so many games recently, or we can stay in that top 2, maybe even finish second to Ipswich or Middlesbrough. Their highest rated players on FOTMob is Vestergaard with a 7.3 rating. Fatawa, who has a right wing spot for them, who is one of the best players in the league. He's electric. I remember when he came up against Jay Da Silva, Jay got absolutely rinsed. We'll have to double team on him. So with the formation that we choose and the personnel, we need our wingers helping our fullbacks out in this game desperately. And then their third best player this season so far is Jordan James with a 7.09 rating. They are the 9th highest scoring team in the league, with averaging 1.4 goals per game compared to our 2.2, which we've dropped off a lot. I remember talking about this a couple of months ago. We were at 2.8, now we're at 2.2, and that's a quick turnaround in what, roughly a month and a half. So the goals have dried up for us, but with the personnel we still have, we're still expected to score 2 goals in this game, especially being at home. They averaged the 8th most possession in the league with 52.3%. Clean sheets, they've only kept 3 compared to ours, which we've kept 9, which is the second best in the league, only behind Stoke City, who have 10 clean sheets. And Stoke City, I know it's not a preview against them, but they just signed Razanu, who's the goalkeeper, which their goalkeeper is doing a fantastic job. I don't know why they bought another goalkeeper, but obviously they're trying to get into that top 6 spot. Nonetheless, great signing by them. But looking back at Leicester City, they have 4 injured players at the moment: Aaron Ramsey, Harry Sutar, Victor Christenen, who are coming back in late January. Compared to our team, Victor Torp is still injured, if you want to call it that, but he's back in training, and it's very hopeful that he's going to be at least fit for this game on the bench. Same with Brandon Thomas Asante. Bobby Thomas is missing this game because of that suspension that he got against Birmingham City. This will be the second out of the 3 games that he's serving. And then Oliver Dovin in goal is still injured. He's going to be on the grass soon, but I don't see him starting any games because we only have the Championship left till the end of the season. So the only way he's going to play games, of course, is if Rushworth gets injured. Leicester City like to play a 4-2-3-1 with Fatawa, Reed, Monga behind Jordan Ayew up front, who is an ex-Premier League striker. He's lethal in the box. We've got to nullify them getting into our box, pinning our fullbacks back, and just trying to stop those balls going in. He scored 5 goals, 3 assists in 18 starts, playing 24 matches for them with an average rating of 6.79. So it's not necessarily the goals return rate that they're hoping for, but in big moments this season, he has scored goals. He scored against West Bromwich Albion. He got an assist against Sheffield United. He's got a goal against Ipswich Town, which we haven't scored against them at all this season. He got a goal goal against Bristol City. He got an assist against Watford. So in the last 8-9 games, he's averaging 1 goal contribution per game. Their away form this season is relatively decent. 4 wins, 3 draws, 6 losses, scoring 18 goals, conceding 23. Compared to our home form, we're still top of the league with 29 points taken at home, 9 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss, which of course was against Ipswich Town. And looking at this game against Leicester, we're isolating it, but we need to look at the bigger picture. The next sort of games that we're going to run into, we want to start off with a bang, coming back from that big break that we had in the Championship where we did lose 1-0 to Stoke City in the FA Cup. No one cares about that one. It's all about the Championship. If we get a win at home against Leicester City and then we go again against Millwall on Tuesday night where we get a win there, that's 2 wins and 2 at home, and we need to win our home games this season to basically guarantee that we're going to finish top of the league. That's all we need to do. We have 10 or 11 home games left. If we win 80-90% of them, we're basically going to finish top. Worst case scenario is we take 4 points, so a win and a draw. And if you're asking which one would I prefer to win, of course, I'd prefer to beat Leicester City and draw against Millwall. Millwall are a tough team. They're a dogged team. They're going to come to the CBS and absolutely just rinse us. They're going to time waste. They're going to do some dirty tackles. So we need to get everything we can out of that game. And against Leicester City, of course, we need to win that one. The M69 derby, there's no excuses. That's the one team in the league I don't like to lose against, and it's Leicester. So 6 points, best case scenario, 4 points, worst case scenario. Because then after, we're playing 2 games away from home against Norwich City and QPR. Those 2 away games, if you can pick up 4 points and pick up 6 points at home, that's 10 points in 4 games. That's a brilliant return rate. That's over 2 points per game that we need to finish top of the league. That's a little preview into how Leicester play, which is the 4-2-3-1. What sort of key players to look out for is Fatawa, Ayew up front, who was doing really good recently. Vestergaard in defence if he's playing. So we looked at Leicester. Let's look at Coventry City. How are we going to line up? I'll give you my starting 11. I would go with Carl Rushworth in goal. Ben Wilson did a good job in the cup, but Rushworth has to come back in. I'm going to put Milan at right back. Again, we don't necessarily have a fit right back because Kane Kessler-Hayden is injured, so we're going to have to go with Milan. Hopefully he's tightened up. Hopefully this break has given him a little bit of sharpness. I know he did play in the last 10 minutes of the last game, but that's only 10 minutes compared to usually playing 90 minutes that he does every single game. Moving into the defence, we're going to go with Wolf and Kitchen. Those two have to play. At left back, Jada Silva. 2 holding midfielders. I'm going to go with Grimes, and it has to be Eccles next to him. Number 10, I'm going to have to choose Jack Rodoni. I mean, you could put SA there, you could put Yang on the right-hand side and Mason Clark on the left, but I need experience. And this team, and I know necessarily Jack Rodoni hasn't been a part of the team, but he's one of the reasons why we played so well last season, and he's our number 10. He's the only proper number 10 that we have, so I'm going to chuck him in that position. On the left-hand side has to be Mason Clark, and he has to help out Jada Silva against Fatawa on that left-hand side because he's such a handful. Mason Clark has the work rate, has the strength. He needs to help out defensively in this game. On the right-hand side, I'm going to drop Tats. I'm not going to play Yang. I'm going to play SA on the right-hand side. Everything that I saw in that Stoke game is what we need out of our players, and he definitely just showcases just pace, just rawness. Him and Mason Clark on the right and left hand side are so dangerous when you actually look at the type of profile of player that they are. They're so electric. You got Jack Rodoni who can play a good through ball to them. We can absolutely penetrate them and push them. I want them sitting in their own box, crapping their pants this game. I don't want them getting past the halfway line, and those 2 players on the wings absolutely pins them in. If you want to play Tats Sakamoto, I understand it. Sometimes you need to repay your players for the position that they put us in, and Tats has been part of that journey so far this season. So if you want to play him, I'm necessarily not going to be too upset about that, but I just think SA brings a little bit of new life into the side that it needs. And then up front, we're going to go with Ellis Sims. Haji Wright has to drop to the bench. I mean, that Stoke game was probably his last chance in the starting lineup. If Frank goes with it, I mean, Frank might be digging his own grave if we don't get promoted this season. You can't look past Ellis Sims. He is fantastic so far. Every time he starts a game, 7 goals from starts in 11 games? That's a good return rate compared to Hadji, who hasn't scored in a long time. And Frank talks a talk about rewarding players who play well during games and does well during training sessions. Well, this is the time to show it, isn't it, Frank? Hadji hasn't been good enough. Ellis Sims is good enough. You've got to start Ellis Sims in this game. That's my starting 11. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And my score predictions. You know what? I'm feeling confident. I want Coventry to absolutely batter Leicester. And that's what I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick a Coventry 3. Leicester City 1. I don't think we keep a clean sheet, even though a clean sheet is vital. I'd prefer to win 1-0, keep a clean sheet. Happy days. That builds confidence into the defence. But I don't see us keeping a clean sheet, especially with their wingers, their attacking lineup. It just looks so electric at the moment. So I'm going to predict 3-1. Goal scorers, I'm going to go with SA for his first goal for Coventry City, Ellis Sims, and then I'm going to go for a Mason Clark goal. So the front three basically will score the goals. So that's my score prediction. All I ask one thing from this game is if you're going to the match, please back the boys. They need you more than you ever think. This is the part of the season where we're going for our tough patch. You need to support them, even if we're losing 1-0, even if the football's not looking good, even if the players don't look to arse. You have to help them out by giving them support. Sing the songs, chant their names, do anything that you can to be that 12th man and get us over the line in this game. So that's my match preview. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And as always, I'll see you in the match reaction to Leicester City versus Coventry City, the M69 derby. Please, Coventry, the one game in the season I don't want us to lose out of everyone is this one. Don't let me down, Sky Blue Army.